All right. Well, it is night one of WrestleMania 41, done and in the books. I'm here with the main man, Rayman. How are we, brother?
I'm fantastic, Sharpy. How are you, brother?
I am very, very well. Let's talk about it. WrestleMania 41, night one. The Yeet Man kicked it off.
The Yeet Man did kick it off, yeah.
Against Gunther.
Jey Uso. So I'm going to kick this one. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Sharpy.
Go for it.
So everybody knows how big the build-up was for Jey Uso in this match. It was huge. There was an emotional connection there with Jimmy getting beat the absolute poop out of. Gunther saying that he bathed in Jimmy's blood. So then it was very emotional from the word go. The entrance to Jey Uso, I hate to say it, but I have seen better by the crowd. The crowd was a little bit up and down with this WrestleMania.
A couple of annoying fans. Like, sit down.
Yeah, sit down. Get out of his way a little bit. But at the same time, I still did enjoy it.
Yes.
Everybody always enjoys Jey Uso's entrance. Is great. And then once Gunther came out, Gunther made everything a little bit more serious.
Yes.
I feel like the crowd kind of went, oh, here he is. The Ring General has come out to make things a lot more serious. So it was... Both of them had a great entrance, but at the same time, my thoughts on the... You know what? I'm going to stop right there. Sharpy, your thoughts on the match, mate. You go for it.
It was a bit slow at times. I thought they did a few good maneuvers and stuff, but I really didn't enjoy the finish. I thought the finish was one of those things where you just kind of take the glasses off and go, he choked him out. Really? Why?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise of why they sort of finished the match up like that. And even when Jey did take him down and put the choke on, the choke wasn't on for a very long time.
No, he tapped out really quick.
And it seems like Gunther did tap out. I don't know, maybe Gunther lost a little bit of steam, but at the same time, the match did have a few good spots to it. So even Gunther going down with the big body splash at one stage, that was great. There wasn't
The Jey Uso powerbomb on Gunther was cool.
Fantastic.
That was a sick
So
reversal
good.
counter. I really enjoyed that.
So good. I did love that. There wasn't as many super kicks in there as I thought there was going to be.
Which is a win. I actually like that. Less super kicks is better.
Super kicks are definitely getting to be a little bit overdone nowadays.
Yeah, 100%.
And the slaps from Gunther too are always fantastic to see, but there wasn't over the top with the amount of slaps too. For our first match of the night, the crowd slowly has to get into it, and I could dare say once again the crowd was a little bit slow of the match. I think the ending of the match definitely set it out that it didn't start the night off on a massive high. It could have been a little bit better, yet still at the same time, very, very entertaining as WWE always is. So, Sharpy, I am going to say, what do you rate the match individually on its own? And then I'm going to say, what do you rate Jey Uso's win on, and if he deserves it? So, first of all, the match, Sharpy, kick it off.
The match, physically itself, I'm also going to say that the fans probably ruined about 4 of the matches of the first night. They just seemed so quiet and so sort of out of it. The match itself for Jey and Gunther, I'd probably give a 7.5.
7.5? Yeah.
If the fans were up and about and super pumped, when he won it, they just kind of like were like, oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, if it was like the Lyon France crowd where people going absolutely ape crazy for it, then like, would have been 10 out of 10, absolutely amazing.
For sure. I definitely
But because
agree.
they just didn't really get up for it, I think about a 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. Unfortunately, I'm going to go a little bit back from you there, Sharpy. I'm only going to give it a 6.
Yep.
To me, I didn't think that the match was that good. We've seen better matches out of Jey. We've definitely seen better matches out of Gunther.
Yep.
So to me, in my eyes, there was a lot more that could have been done there. But in saying that, I don't want to see another rematch. They've overdone it. They've definitely outplayed it out now. I think Gunther could step onto another feud with somebody else, maybe someone bigger, more bigger names, and then maybe push himself in the spotlight that little bit more. And the people that Jey could go up against now with that title on his shoulder or around his waist, it's just endless. Like, there's so many people that could step up.
Did last year's Mania for you hurt this year's Mania?
Yes.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
I felt like people had unrealistic expectations set from last year.
And it wasn't. It was us. I think that we had bad expectations.
Yeah, we were sitting here like, why isn't this as
what's going on?
It's just not as good as last year. Like I
It
couldn't
wasn't.
get that out of my head until the main event.
Yes,
like,
absolutely. And
some
we'll
of the
touch on the
matches
main
last
event
year
a
was
little bit
so
later on.
good.
We'll touch on the main event later on.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say Jey's win. Do you rate Jey's win and how his celebration was?
Yeah. I mean, he had to win the match. It was his 4th crack at Gunther.
Yes.
He was always going to win that match. That was always going to be the result. And yeah, I am excited to see what he's going to do with the title. I'd love to see Jimmy and Jey fight for the title. I think that'd be cool too.
I got to disagree with you there because I wouldn't like to see that because the match at Mania last year,
that's true.
Jimmy versus Jay, just felt short. I didn't really like it. But a name that I do want to throw in the ring to go up against Jay nice and early, CM Punk.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I know Sharpy wouldn't hate that one,
I
too.
wouldn't say no to CM Punk. And then Punk buries him and wins the title immediately.
Here we go. So let's move on to the next match now. So the next match for the night was, bear with us, guys.
It was a tag match. It was the War Raiders versus the
Boo
Day.
So go for it, Sharpy. Start us off, mate.
I had an issue with this match from the get-go. I didn't think it even should really have been on the card. Why is there a TLC match scheduled for SmackDown between like 3 or 4 teams when we could have had that on Mania today? If there was a TLC match today, the thing that we're watching though after we record this is going to be NXT Stand and Deliver,
yes,
and there is a ladder match on that show. So I'm actually wondering, has NXT ruined that for us? So did NXT having a ladder match on that show ruin the fact that we could have had a TLC on WrestleMania? I'm just wondering what they were thinking, maybe why they didn't book it that way. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Who knows, mate? Who knows? But we are going down another path now. We could be talking about this for a very long time. Let's stay on topic right now.
Yeah, sorry.
So the tag team match, what's your thoughts on it? Go on, mate.
Yeah, I didn't like this match being on the card because I'm not a massive fan of the War Raiders. I love the New Day. I always have. Love what they do. But their sort of heat from their heel turn has definitely died off in the last couple of months. And the tag title shot just felt like it came out of nowhere, kind of. It felt a bit rushed. The match was okay. There was a couple of good spots, and then there was a couple of spots where we absolutely pooped ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't love it. What do you think?
Yeah, so something that we need to touch upon is now that the heel turn of the Boo Day, that's what I like to call them, I've loved it. I've absolutely loved what the New Day are now doing with their heel turn. The whole crowd hates them, and even that first segment that they did when they turned against Big E was just crazy. So it's good that they did get a match at WrestleMania, but at the same time, I agree with you, it kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. I do like the War Raiders. Wasn't a fan of their entrance attire.
Clash of Clans, really?
Clash of Clans.
Made them look like a 3D block cartoon.
Yeah, sort of a bit plasticky. I mean, I felt like that could have been turned up a little bit better quality in what they were wearing to the ring. And the match itself, and you did touch upon this before, the crowd didn't seem like they were really getting into it. It seemed like it was falling a bit flat, and it was. The night where the crowd was right now, it was just falling flat. I mean, there was no massive big spots where the crowd really went off. There was only one big spot of that match where we both went, oh! Go for it, Sharpy. I know you want to comment
went
on
up to the big moonsault, and one of the criticisms I did have on the show was there was way too many moonsaults today.
It was, yeah.
The entertainers or the wrestlers need to talk to each other and say, are you doing a Tiffy, I know you're going to do a moonsault. Fatu, are you going to do one? Oh, I better not then, because everyone else is already doing one.
Yeah.
I've decided we've seen him do it before on Raw 1,000 times. Come up with something different for Mania, I reckon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that being said, he did go for his big moonsault, and he leant back so far before he started to rotate, and I honestly thought he was going to spike his head into the mat. He was so lucky at the last second. He tucked his legs, and they flicked back over really quick, and he completed the moonsault. It was very, very close.
Ivar is a very athletic man for how big that he is, and he did do a couple of flips during the night, and they did look fantastic. I remember you, Sharpy, going, whoa, such a big man should not be doing something like this as well. But just that backflip, oh man, that was just way too close for call for me. You're a professional, mate. It looked like you're about to snap your neck. We are very concerned about you because you're still a human. But dude, please don't do something like that ever again.
It gave me Brock Lesnar landing on his head vibes.
It
was really close.
Yeah.
The handspring splash that he does off the rope's always really cool.
Fantastic.
And the New Day showed up really well as well. I love the way Woods goes about it. He's got a lot of fire in him and stuff.
It's great. So let's rate the match right now because the Boo Day or the New Day did win the titles. I think they deserve it. I love it that they're going to go on this title reign as heels. So thoughts on the match? Rate the match for us?
6.
Yeah, I'm probably going to agree there. Say a 6 too. So
didn't love it. Didn't need to be there.
Yeah,
that should have been on the Raw after Mania.
Yeah, so it was. Let's not touch upon it. Let's just move on from there. So the next match of the night was Naomi versus Jade. Now we know about the feud that they've been having because Naomi injured Jade when Jade was a part of the tag team titles with Bianca. Bianca's gone on to do her own feud with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, which is on night 2. Yep. We've only just watched night 1 of WrestleMania right now, and then we're probably releasing this video the very first night of it. So I did like the build up to this match. Did think it was a little bit rushed, but I did like it. I do like the simple fact that Naomi has turned heel, and I think that she's not so much, let's just say she's not yelling in the mic anymore. Yeah. I feel like she has relaxed on the mic. I feel like Naomi is really finding her place as a heel there, and when she's finding her place as a heel, she's really moving into it and really like letting the character sink in a little bit more.
A bit more like sadistic and evil. Like you don't need to yell and scream all the time.
Not at all. You don't need to be so excited. We don't want to or don't need to feel the glow as much anymore. So now that she's sunk into this, I think it's great. Now we both had quite limited expectations of what Jade could give us. Yeah. Now I don't know if you agree with me here, Sharpy, but I think both of these girls performed really well.
Yeah, Agree? It was above what I thought we were going to get.
Absolutely,
yeah, it was a lot better.
And I would say right now that the crowd did start to turn up a little bit.
Yeah, they started to actually get into it late in the match.
It was good.
Some of the spots, even the like spin out powerbomb that Jade did onto Naomi was very impressive.
Fantastic.
Again, thought that she didn't land super amazing, but it was actually all right. It looked like it killed her. It was great.
At one stage, I remember Naomi jumped to Jade, and Jade actually caught her and then picked her up as in a jackknife
caught her in the suplex position.
Caught her in the suplex position.
And held her.
And caught her clean too. Now, ever since Jade's debut, we always thought this lady had strength, but she hadn't really shown it just as of yet. In this match right now, it showed me what Jade is meant to be bringing. And she brought heaps to the ring. I'm very impressed with what Jade did. And if Jade can produce more of this type of work, I'm going to start to be a bit more of a Jade fan. Thoughts on the match?
Yeah, totally agree. I think that the fire that Jade had in her was really good.
Yes.
And I think she's sort of starting to learn some of her limitations. Like she tried to come in and be a bit more of a luchador style stuff. She tried to do some like I don't know, springboard moves when she first started. It's like, you don't need to do that.
No, you don't.
You're jacked. You're strong. Stand there and smash chicks into the mat.
You're a powerhouse. Be a powerhouse.
And that's what she did. So there was twice in that match. The one where she caught her in the suplex, and then about 3 minutes later, she caught her in the crossbody as well. Did the fall away slam, threw her around the place. That's what Jade needs to be doing. She's got to play to her strengths. Yeah. I actually thought this match was made them both look very good.
Very good. Yeah. If they bring more matches like this in the future, I'm really looking forward to more matches. So let's just rate the match, Sharpy.
And props to Naomi. She can wrestle with anybody. She's so good.
That she can.
She's improved so much over the last few years, and she just shows that she just wants it that bad. Rate the match. I'd give it an 8. 8 out of 10.
Oh, well, I'm going to give it probably a 7.8. Yep. I'm doing 0.8s now. 7.8. Not quite there for me, but it definitely did start to make the crowd go up a little bit more, which I did like, leading into the next match. Now, the next match for the night, Sharpy,
it was LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
From coast to coast, Jacob Fatu, Yarmin Fatu. I'm going to start us off because I did really like this match. LA Knight is an absolute professional, and he shows up every single night. I love what he does with the crowd, and I love how the crowd gets behind him. But I do think the crowd was behind Fatu when it came to this match. LA Knight can definitely perform in the ring, and we know that he can, but Jacob Fatu, each time this man gets anywhere close to the ring, he just impresses me. Something that I love about Fatu is that he puts his body on the line. Only the night before, he had a spot where he went over the top rope, when Braun Strowman pushed him over the top rope. The way that he landed on the apron did not look good. In my mind, I thought, dude, you've got a match on WrestleMania tomorrow.
Go easy.
Why are you putting your body on the line? I did not get that. Now, the outcome of the match, won't touch upon just yet. Sorry, I'm sort of jumping the gun. What is your thoughts on the match here, Sharpy?
Oh, I loved it. I thought LA Knight looked like a star. Is Fatu, he's pretty much undefeated still, isn't he?
I believe he would be.
I think he is.
Yeah.
So LA Knight looked really good in this match. I thought some of the reversals he did to some of Fatu's moves were incredible. The moonsault into the BFT. He just caught him late into it. It was fantastic.
Oh, so good.
Such a inventive, clever encounter. It was just great. And then I honestly thought he had him there late, which was great. And that's all I want to believe. Like, if you've got an undefeated badass going into a match, I just want to believe that the good guy can beat him. And then if you get me for half a second, you've done your job right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And they did that. So I rated the match highly. And again, the double moonsault again for the win as well, with some of the stuff that Fatu was doing was incredible.
Fantastic. Now, this was the match of the night where the crowd started to get loud.
And the top rope German suplex.
Oh, how do we...
Yeah.
So this was the match of the night with these big spots that straight away it was just like, wow, the crowd is now starting to get into it. The crowd isn't as quiet anymore. Now it's like, okay, now this is starting to be WrestleMania worthy. Now this is starting to be some good spots, which we really, really like. I love this match, so I'm going to rate this match straight away, and I'm going to give it 8.5. Yeah. Props to LA Knight. You're an absolute superstar. I did not agree that you lost this match, but at the same time, I'm not complaining, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, such a good job. Two world-class superstars doing what they do best. Crazy.
He doesn't need the US title anymore because he's going to win Money in the Bank.
Oh, Sharpy, what? As if that just came out.
I've said like 50 suggestions over the last 6 months, but I think he's just proven everybody that he's a star no matter what he does. So I love it.
And I agree with it too, because I want LA Knight to have that briefcase. We've said it a few times.
How entertaining would he be every week walking out just talking shit?
Yeah,
Going, look what I've got. Suckers, I'm coming for either one of you. You've got no chance.
Custom-made briefcase. Comes out when he does his big throw up of the arms at the very start. He's got the briefcase in his hand and throws that up too. Yeah. It's money waiting to happen. I don't see why they wouldn't do something like that. When he cashes in, I don't know. I would just love to see the briefcase in LA Knight's hand. So I've rated the match. You rate the match,
I'd give it a solid 8.5 as well. I loved it.
Just so good.
Another one of those ones that actually exceeded my expectations. I like them both. And LA Knight cops a little bit of grief online for like not being the best in-ring wrestler. I thought tonight he proved everybody wrong with everything he did.
Yes.
He was really, really good. I thought he was really, really good. The match flowed really well. No obvious stuff-ups anywhere in the match. It was
not
clean
at all.
As from both of them. So props to both of them. It was a great match.
And we got to give props to these two big men that are on the top rope.
Yeah, doing like LA Knight's jumping up to the top rope to catch him in a German suplex to chuck him over his head, and Fatu does a big backflip. Like, just crazy. The stuff that they're doing is just wild.
Two guys that are as big as they are just way too comfortable up there on the top rope. It's crazy. I mean, I think we could keep going on and on and on about how good that these guys are, but I think we should put a pin in it right now and then move on to the next match.
Absolutely,
and the next match was...
who did we have? WWE. Let's hang on. A quick little announcement was made as well throughout the night. WWE have acquired AAA, the Mexican promotion. They went out of business, I'm pretty sure, not that long ago. And so the fact that WWE has bought them out is crazy, and that they're going to acquire all that talent. And they've announced that they're going to do a Worlds Collide pay-per-view in July, I think it was.
Yeah.
Between NXT... WWE and AAA. It's going to be sick.
I think it just goes to show how much WWE are just like smashing goals.
Yeah.
Like WWE are such a billion-dollar company now, and Trips is just seeing in Trips We Trust, Triple H, mate. In Trips We Trust, he's just showing us time and time again that he can just bring the best quality and the best entertainment to what we want to see, with the huge, vast supply of superstars that he's got. Now with AAA on board, I mean, just add so much more, like nearly hundreds of superstars that you could add into the mix. So many more dream matches on the different side of the world. Oh, God, it's just so good. He's blowing us out of the water. Like, good on him. Absolutely good on him.
So the next match, I believe it was, Ray Phoenix versus El Grande Americano. Now, obviously, Rey Mysterio hurt himself on SmackDown, and they announced in the pre-show beforehand that he wasn't going to be able to compete, which was really disappointing. Hopefully he's okay and it's not a long-term thing. Hopefully it's just like a short-term fix and he'll be okay.
Get better soon, Ray.
That was a real bummer. So hopefully he recovers quickly, but they replaced him with somebody just as good. Ray Phoenix, who absolutely showed out in this match. I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable, they didn't get to appear on WrestleMania, which sucked.
Chad Gable's name got brought up an awful lot while we were streaming this, and I really was confused as to why. I mean, I don't know why somebody who has been sick the last couple of weeks and can't wrestle has been brought up when Americanda's name... Americanda, am I saying that right?
El Grande Americano.
Thank you very much. his name keeps getting brought up there, and I'm not really too sure why.
I don't know why either.
At one stage, Ray did hurt his foot or his ankle, and then he got put into an ankle lock. So to me, I don't know why people were bringing up Chad Gable's name while he was using a move that was from Kurt Angle. It just confused me a little bit.
Perfectly normal move. People use the ankle lock all the time.
All the time. I really don't know why it was even brought up whatsoever. We're not taking anything away from the match, guys. This match was crazy. Ray Phoenix is just showing me that he's an absolute superstar.
Oh, yeah. The top rope stuff.
The balance on the top rope is just insane.
Yeah.
No human should be able to balance that easily on the top rope just with 2 feet on it. At one stage, I think he, walked across the top rope.
He ran halfway across.
And then kicked him in the... it's just who can do that? The balance on this man is just... Yeah, he's just absolutely insane.
Let's talk about the craziest spot of the night, and it didn't come from Ray Phoenix. It was El Grande Americano doing a reverse 450 off the top rope. So he was facing the other way, did a backflip, and then spun so far that his feet tucked back under him, and he landed on his back. It was insane.
Insane.
And I missed it because somebody told me to go and get his pad. Incredible maneuver. Ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. There was definitely no tattoo on him. I didn't see any Olympic ring tattoo whatsoever.
I don't see... I don't know why people
think Chad Gable was there, but he clearly wasn't.
Chad Gable brings that name up again. I don't know why we're talking about Chad Gable here. Absolutely stellar of a match. I mean, let's rate the match. Let's just go straight into it.
I give it an 8. It was good.
I'm going to give it a solid 8. Solid 8. It was such a good match where, once again, the crowd was just getting into it more and more and more. This is now, it started getting better and better for me. 2 superstars doing just exactly what they do. 2 guys that only debuted a little while ago. One superstar that has come from a different company. Another superstar that's come out of nowhere. We're not really too sure.
Well, I think he came from another company somewhere else.
He must have come from another company.
AAA. He must have come
I
from
think
AAA.
he must have come from AAA. I don't think it...
We'll have to check.
We know he has not been in the company for many, many years of coming. So, yeah, to me, it was just such a stellar match. The crowd got into it more. I loved it. On the edge of your seat type of stuff over and over again. It was absolutely awesome.
Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton was next. What did we think? I thought that the build-up to the match was very, very interesting, to say the least. Some sort of strays thrown along the way. Some DMs have been announced that clearly didn't happen and stuff like that. Thought the build-up to the match was weird. I didn't really enjoy their chemistry. And then they got in the ring together, and again, I think they proved that their chemistry isn't really there, unfortunately. I think Tiffany Stratton did say that her dream match was Charlotte, and sometimes they say, don't meet your heroes. So and I think that's probably the situation that Tiffany unfortunately found herself in. It didn't look like Charlotte was a joy to work with at all. She might have been perfectly good behind the scenes, we don't know, but from the stuff in ring that I saw today, I think that was a real slog for Tiffany just to get through. Yeah. If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, that's fair, Sharpy. I mean,
just the stuff where she's pushing her face down, she's pulling her there was just little things I noticed that I thought, and Tiffany's pinning her and leaning away from her and stuff. I just noticed little things throughout the match where I think Tiffany's trying to be respectful and Charlotte was sort of being a grizzly old vet.
Yeah, now I'm a big Charlotte Flair fan. I think she is definitely the women's GOAT for me. I was really looking forward to Charlotte giving Tiffany her props and putting over the younger talents. I don't think this kind of worked this time around. Yeah. Maybe if there was some real heat, and WWE are starting to go down that road of putting proper heat to these 2 women that are going to be against each other. They were sort of going down a bit of a weird road for me. Didn't feed into this feud a lot. Was really looking forward to it because Tiffany Stratton is just a superstar in the making. And I really thought Charlotte would help out this young girl, but you could tell that the tone's gone a little bit more flatter between us right now. Let's just rate the match real quick, Sharpy, and move on.
5.5.
5. We'll stop right there. Let's move on.
And Tiffy got her teeth knocked out, so I don't know if she wears a retainer or whatever. But when she's holding up the title, you can see her front tooth. It was either she had it like that before, or she had a little cap or retainer that got knocked out in the match. There was a stage where you saw something white fly away from her. I thought it was just one of her jewels from her outfit or whatever, but I think it must have been her cap or whatever. So And yeah, she had a big bump on her head. She had a cut lip. She had a graze on her shoulder. I know wrestling's not ballet, but you also got to be a bit careful and look after your opponent too. So
yeah, and their attire clashed a few times.
That's one other thing we got to talk about too, real quick. Is the whole card almost had tire clashes. So El Grande and Ray Phoenix had a tire clashes.
Yes.
we had the match we just spoke about, Charlotte Flair and Tiffany.
Yep.
Both wearing pink.
Yes. Yep.
I think that the LA Knight and Fatu one was okay.
Yeah.
LA Knight was wearing yellowish trunks.
Naomi, I do like her new attire. Jade's attire seemed to
have issues.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that one. But what was the opening match that we had?
And then that was
that was okay too. So we had a couple of clashes tonight. So
Jay's always good with his attire, and then Gunter. So I'm just going to say right now, let's get on to the main event.
Let's just get rid of it.
Let's just get on to the main event. Let's get excited again about
dude,
this.
It was the best.
Wow.
So damn good.
Wow. The main event. Let's go to the very, very start. The entrances.
Yeah.
The entrance of Seth Rollins coming out. He came out all wearing black at one stage and turned around with a flamethrower, and it looked like that he lit up the stage. So all the LED screens looked like they were burning down, as Seth Rollins does. He burns a place down. Everything went completely black. Now, we thought at one stage, like, the TV coverage has cut out. Then all the lights came back on, and Seth Rollins was wearing white.
It was like angelic.
It was fantastic. He came down. Seth Rollins always looking as good as what he does. His drip just looking absolutely fantastic. The man comes down to the ring looking $1 million to be the world superstar that he is. He's so good. Rollins is so good. I'm not going to get away from the entrances. I'm still going. Let me go down this road, Sharpy. Then Roman Reigns comes out. The whole place just turns blue. Fantastic. We've seen bigger entrances from Roman Reigns, so I did like the simple fact that they didn't have all the big drums and all the big bands that were going out there, because he had that last year. It was like above and beyond. He just had a bit of a fantastic yet plain entrance for Roman Reigns. His attire, he comes out wearing a little bit of white on his gloves, a little bit of white on his shoes, but just black pants. So, once again, Rollins is wearing white. Reigns is wearing black. It matches. That's how people are meant to be. That's what you're meant to do when you wear your attire. Reigns comes out to the match, throws up the ones. Everybody in the crowd throws up the ones. Was a little bit quiet, but everybody throws up the ones. Then there was an entrance of CM Punk and this isn't my boy Sharpy. Go on the entrance.
It was fantastic. They did a little video package for CM Punk. It had his old entrance theme music, This Fire Burns, in the background, which was fantastic. It also included one of his original WWE promo, and it also had mixed in a current day version of it with him speaking as well. It was just great. And then he walks out to Living Colour singing his song to the ring, which was sick. He walked out with Paul Heyman, who genuinely looked pumped for him. Like, you could tell that it meant so much to him. A little throwback with Paul Heyman doing the time for him. It's clobbering time. It was just so good.
Paul Heyman gives him a kiss on the head. Like, they're close mates. Like,
whether or not Punk wins the match, he's won just in life in general. That's just he's got to tick that goal off that he had as a kid, and I think it was fantastic. So you could see him at the end of the night laughing with the referee after he was lying there. So he obviously isn't too cut up about it. So storyline wise, he will be, but I'm just happy for him, man. It was just so good to see.
And then touching on upon the attire, he comes out wearing a plain grey hoodie, which didn't make a lot of sense at the time. I didn't really understand why, but at the same time, it didn't clash. It didn't clash with anybody else. Yeah. He comes out and it's just plain grey hoodie. Comes out wearing the yellow tights with the yellow boots. Love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it. I think he's probably the second best person to wear yellow to the ring. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. First best, is he? Sorry,
I don't think
Sharpy,
anyone has worn yellow better than CM Punk. Come at me!
So, let's talk upon the match. I mean, Sharpy, go, because I'm going to go on a whole tangent if you don't, mate.
Yeah,
go.
I mean, Punk got out of the ring straight away and said, boys, have fun, go for it. And they went at it pretty quick. It was great. And then it was really quick for Punk and Rollins to end up walking around the outside, wasn't it?
Yes.
A couple of trash can shots directly to the head.
Yeah.
Didn't mind that. I thought that, if you're safe enough with it, and probably a trash can's the one thing you can do because it just folds nice and easy.
They're big thing. Yeah.
But yeah, loved it. Thought that was really cool. And then Roman Reigns comes flying over the back, literally Superman style, flies over the barricades, almost lands in the lap of a fan. He went that far.
This big muscle man of a Samoan fella shouldn't have jumped as well as he did. Yeah. Like, he cleared the barricade like very, very easily and landed on the two, and then they came back into the ring. Now, the spots that these world-class athletes were doing, I'm so excited. The world-class athletes were doing were fantastic. Like, to have three of the best in the world doing this, it showed in this ring. We were said a couple of times during the actual event, like, how good that these guys mix with each other, how much they slowed down the match, how much they didn't rush into it, how that one person got their spot in, and then that just tied into the next person getting their spot in, and tied into the next person getting their spot in. Just like done on a world-class level. Like up there with probably, I'm going to say it right now, match of the year. Match of the year, Sharpy,
for
up
me,
there?
it definitely is. The
match of the year.
The counters and the false finishes were like really well placed. I thought that they weren't done to a point like, not to throw any other companies under the bus, but there wasn't any like no selling. Like everyone sold something that happened. So like when Punk got hit with a spear, he went down. Then the Roman hit Seth with a Superman part. Like there was just stuff that was done made sense. There was one where it was 1, 2, 3. So Punk hit Roman with the GTS. Roman then bounced off and hit Punk with the spear or whatever, and then Seth ended up getting was it Punk or Roman with the curb stomp? Either way, it was 1, 2, 3. They all went down. It was fantastic.
It was just like bang, 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 world class. That these three maneuvers or finishes, if that's what you want to call them, just made sense. That they tied into each other like that was just like fantastic, so good. If you guys want to go back and see a match for 2025 that is just three world-class athletes doing their thing. God, I'm so excited. The world-class athletes doing their thing. Watch this match back, guys. This was just poetry in motion of in-ring work, storytelling at its like not even at its best, just at its like finest, at its just world-class athletes. Oh, God, it was so good.
We even had, like, the triple powerbomb tees on the outside.
Yeah.
So Rollins is going, let's get rid of him. He's a cancer. Let's get rid of him.
And that spot was great because they put the mic right above Seth. You couldn't see it in the camera, but they put it right above him. So you could see Seth talking to Roman and saying, Roman, we're a part of the Shield. We need to be a part of the Shield. We have to be a part of the Shield. We can't do this without Ambrose, which he did say his name.
He said Mox, yeah.
He said Mox. We can't do this without Mox. He's the cancer. He's the one that's came in and has corrupted all of us. We need to come together. There's Roman sort of, yeah, let's do this. So Seth's gone down, put CM Punk's arm around him, and he's gone, let's do it. Roman then's gone back, jumped and bang, punch Rollins straight in the face.
Then with the adrenaline, just kicks Punk, picks him up all by himself, gets him up, slams him through the new reinforced announce tables as well, runs over, whacks Rollins, does the exact same thing to him, probably gets even more height on the powerbomb, puts him through as well,
bang,
and then starts a whooping on both of them, and I thought it
so
was just
good.
such a good little
Eventually,
throwback.
everyone get back into the ring, and then just like Sharpy was saying before, everybody's finishes just mashed into each other was so good. Now at that stage, it was Rollins laying on the far side of the ring.
Well, don't forget the counter too to the spear into the pedigree, which is one of the best moves I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Roman at full pace coming, dives head first, and he actually lifts his arms back and up so that Seth can hook under and catch him in the pedigree between his legs. Oh, it was phenomenal. He's done that once before, but that was better than what he's ever done.
Clean. I just want to say the MVPs was three of these men right now, but it just showed that Rollins, the spots that he had, I think he was just that little bit more of a standout.
He was the glue of the match.
Just that little bit more of a standout. Now, I'm a Roman fan, as you can clearly see. Sharpy's always been a CM Punk fan, but I think we both agree Rollins did just stand out that little bit more.
He did it last year too.
So
at the end of last year's Mania, we're all going, that was a sick Mania, but Rollins is the MVP.
Oh my God.
He owned it night one in that tag match, and then he owned it night two after coming in and his legs barely hanging off. He's taken some, just unreal.
This man, whatever he's getting paid, Triple H, make sure you triple it. Will you, Triple H, make sure you triple his pay, because he just deserves it. He's just such a workhorse. He's so bloody damn good. So, the end of the match, can I go on that shot?
Yes,
yeah, the end of the match. So, we've got Seth Rollins laying on the far side of the ring, closest to the entrance. Rollins and Punk are closest to the announce table. Paul Heyman turns around and picks up a chair and brings it over to the ring. It's close to the ring side. He's right in between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. They both wake up and they both look at Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman gets in the ring, hands a chair to CM Punk. CM Punk then loads it up. Paul Heyman goes down. Bang.
Boom.
Big old low blow. Turns his back on his best friend for his whole life. Insane moment. Crazy insane. But he didn't turn his back on his tribal chief. I knew that it wasn't going to happen. I knew that it wasn't coming. There's Sharpy sitting there, literally crying his eyes out. He didn't turn his back on his tribal chief. I knew it wasn't going to happen. So you see Seth Rollins slowly getting up on the other side of the ring. Paul Heyman then comes down and hands the chair to his tribal chief. My tribal chief, there's a chair to you. Reigns picks up the chair, adjusts his pants as he does.
Pushes Heyman behind him.
Pushes Heyman behind him. Loads the chair up. Just as about to swing. Paul Heyman drops.
Oh,
boom!
got him too.
Big old low blow on his tribal chief. Reigns drops to the mat. Paul Heyman picks up the chair.
He also makes sure he gets both balls. And
He really does sort of sink it in. Picks up the chair, walks over and hands the chair
and
to
Rollins
Seth
is standing
Rollins.
there with his hand out waiting for the chair. It's been pre-planned and they knew that this is what was going to happen. He said, give me that chair. I'm going to finish business. Smacks Reigns in the back like they did 10, 11 years ago when they separated. Curb stomps his face in the ground. Punk's out of it still, selling. 1, 2, 3. Your winner at the main event of WrestleMania 41, night 1 is Seth freaking Rollins.
Wow.
What a finish.
What a finish. Goosebumps, Sharpy. Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Like,
that match was sick.
What a finish. I mean, there was predictions that we thought Heyman might go with Rollins, but no way did we ever think it was going to be like that. The emotion that Triple H and WWE just invest in these matches now, like, it's just unheard of. Like, we just go on an emotional roller coaster with these main events time and time again. This is night 1 of WrestleMania, and it blew us. It blew our minds. It blew us out of the water. It was just something that was crazy. Now we're going to go down the storyline of Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins together, which is just going to be insane. Like, so many directions that this could go in now.
So much fun with that. And you still got the whole Roman Reigns and CM. Like, I reckon they could do another triple threat.
Easily.
Or they could do 2 more. Like, this is going to feed us for a while. This is going to be so good to watch.
And not even tying into that. I mean, the wise man just involved in it now too. Turning on his best friend, then turning on his tribal chief, and siding with the enemy that he's hated for nearly going on, 3 years now? I mean, Paul Heyman countless amounts of times has gone, God, I hate that Seth Rollins song. Time and time again. Like, we predicted it, but we just didn't see it coming. Absolutely insane. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, Sharpy, I'm going to throw an oddball question straight at you, mate.
Go.
What's next? What's next for CM Punk? What's next for Rollins? What's next for Roman Reigns? Where have we seen this? Like, just what's your thoughts on the directions
Answers.
they want to go
I think
down?
they're going to go for answers. I think Roman's going to want to know why, and I think CM Punk's going to want to know why. And I think they're going to find out why in the next sort of month or so. And then I can't wait to see what the follow-up matches are going to be.
I'm going to go in a different direction with this, I think, Sharpy. I don't want CM Punk to stick around for Paul Heyman. I want CM Punk to just come out to the ring and say, hey, I'm only in this business for the money, which he said time and time again. I'm not here to make friends. I had one of my friends turn on me. He's gone. So now I'm after the gold. Uso comes down to the ring. I want to see CM Punk versus Jey Uso now. I want to see it pretty much night 2 of WrestleMania, which has only just been night 1. I want to see it on Monday Night Raw. I want to see this thing straight away play out. I do like the simple fact that maybe Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns could have a match against each other. I wouldn't hate maybe even a Hell in a Cell or a Cell match against each other, because these two are the finest at doing what they do. I do want to see that, and then maybe somewhere along the line, the wise man gets speared or the wise man gets curb stomped, and then Roman Reigns disappears into the distance as he does for quite some time and comes back when we least expect it, and Seth Rollins just hangs around like the workhorse that he is. Sharpy.
Ratings. Give me some ratings. I need a rating.
I need some time to like...
Can we both agree that it's just an 11 out of 10?
11 out of 10.
All right, cool.
11 out of 10. Like, the whole card was good. The night 1 was good. The main event itself was
outstanding.
Effing amazing.
Outstanding.
Absolutely. Just it saved it.
Yes.
A lot of people, when we were streaming it, just said that it saved it. The main event saved that. 3 world-class athletes doing storytelling, just being the superstars that they are at their absolute finest. So good. If you guys need to watch a match for 2025, go back and watch the main event of WrestleMania night 1. It's only night 1.
Oh, we still got tomorrow night.
We still got tomorrow night to go.
Give me a whole show rating, please.
So I'm going to go for the whole show rating. Listen, I'm going to say a whole show rating. I'm going to leave out the main event. I am going to just say 7. The whole show rating plus the main event, I'm going to go at 8.7.
I
That's
agree
how
with
much
that.
the main event bumped it up for me.
I'd go 7, and the main event made it a 8.5 for me.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely crazy. Like, oh, crazy. Insane. Oh, God,
Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. We'd love to know ratings for each match, overall show rating. Is there anything that bugged you? Is there anything that you'd like them to do better next time? Is there any matches that you don't think should have been there? War Raiders and New Day. Let us know in the comments below. We look forward to hearing your suggestions, guys. We're going to wrap it up right here, right now. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Peace.